Welcome to another video. To this video, I'm gonna be switching out the fuel injectors on my 2002 Ford Mustang Saleen S281. Stay tuned.
Music bed.
Alright, so the reason I'm gonna be switching out my injectors is currently the car has 30-pound injectors. I did put new ones back. It's been a couple years when I rebuilt the engine and all that. I put new ones, I put A-cell ones, 30-pound, because that's what the car's supposed to have, 30-pound injectors. As you remember from the video where we went out to the drag strip, the car wasn't running good. It was running really lean. I did put a air-fuel ratio gauge on it, which is in there. I don't have the little pod for it yet, but it's sitting there, and it is running a little bit lean. So the car's running about a 15 in the air-fuel ratio, which is a little bit on the lean side. And that's not really when you get on the car, that's not at that time. So it goes maybe like low 14s, but it stays between 14 15. Now a supercharged car like this, from everything that I've been looking at, I'm talking to some tuners, it should be around 12 13, pretty much all the time. Maybe high 13s when you're cruising, things like that, but really shouldn't be 15 where this is where it's going. So I already checked for vacuum leaks, kind of all that stuff. I do have smaller blower pulley, ported blower, bigger throttle body, a few things, headers, things like that. That's gonna make more air go through the engine, but I never did anything with the fuel. So I'm hoping that putting the larger, I'm gonna go with 39-pound injectors, which are just a little bit bigger, not too big. I'm hoping that that's gonna be good enough to get it running a little bit fatter, and that way it's safe. That way, when I'm at the drag strip, it doesn't pull timing just to try to keep it from, going too lean and doing some damage. If I haven't done any damage to it already. Engine's really pretty new since I put it on there, so it should be okay, but really only time will tell. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these on there. It shouldn't be too bad. We did the video on the Cobra, which is almost the same, but it is a little bit different. This is a little bit similar to like the Roush that I had or Junior has. I know when I changed the injectors on the passenger side, it's a little bit harder because that fuel rail is underneath the elbow, but I was able to do it just by kind of moving them around. So we'll see if I'm able to do that, because I really don't want to take that elbow off. Taking that elbow off will require, really at that point, I might as well just take the blower off from the top, which I don't want to do that. So this side should be pretty simple. There's just a couple of, sensors you have to kind of get out of the way. On the Saleen, pretty close to a GT, really. This side, a little bit harder. I think if you have a GT, though, it's a lot easier because the throttle body is kind of more centered, a little bit higher. And you can remove that with, I think, 4 bolts, so it makes it a lot easier. So let me get started on this side. I'm going to need some 8mm tools here to get things moved out of the way. Main thing is, well, let's see, taking this off, which the bolt that's here on the back is going to move this and loosen the fuel rail. On the Saleen, there is this little, it's almost like a hold down for the line that goes across to the other side on the fuel rail, and it has an Allen bolt. So I'm going to take that off. That way there's a little bit more room to move the fuel rail up and down. But pretty much once I take this, this bolt here on the back, this one right here, I can lift it up and then just put the, take the old injectors out, put the new ones in, unplug them, plug them back in. So pretty simple on this side. Okay, so this is the 8mm. It's like a stud that went back here. Now on the Saleens, this sensor has a bracket that's bolted down by that same thing. I don't have any of the emissions lines hooked up because this is off-road thingamajig. So I do have it plugged in though, so I just moved it to the side here. On this side, same thing. Just take this off, which right now I can pretty much lift this up. I did unplug all the injectors here, so I can just lift them up and we'll be good to go. This is that little loop here that I was talking about that I think I'm gonna, it's kind of loose, so we'll see. Really what you gotta do at this point is just lift up the fuel rail. It might be a little bit stuck just because of the O-rings. You are gonna have some fuel that's gonna leak out. As you can see there. The front one came out pretty good. There's the back. So I think there's enough room here for me to lift it up. See, I can get this injector out of there. So there's this injectors. These are A-cell injectors that I had put on there before. They should be working just fine. I don't think there's any problem with them. I just think, the car's kind of flowing a lot more air than kind of the factory injectors are meant to be for. Again, this is just me guessing. I'm gonna put these on there. I'm not gonna get it tuned or anything at this time. We'll see if it runs. If it doesn't run right, then I'll put these back on there. And when I get, save up a little bit of cash, then I can take this to get tuned. Probably with the other injectors, with the bigger injectors anyways. But I'm just gonna see if, hopefully just put in the bigger injectors. It'll make it just get a little bit extra more fuel. Even if it runs a little bit richer, it's better than too lean. We'll see how that goes. But this is the injectors now, so I'm just gonna put this aside, get the new ones. These ones are, I'll put a little bit more lube here on the O-rings, but all new injectors, especially on these cars, they do come with a little adapter plug. Because it's almost impossible to get injectors with a connector anymore. So they just give you the little adapter. So this is what it's going to look like. Just going to put a little bit of grease here on the O-rings and put these back on there. Okay, so this side is all done. Pretty simple. Put them back in there. There was enough room for me to sneak that back one in there and just lift up the fuel rail a little bit without taking that little hold down on the back off. So just connecting this little, I don't know, it's like a ground little wire. Plug them all in. They seem like they plug in okay, so now we're gonna move to the other side. So this was the easy side. This was maybe like a 5-minute remove and install. This side is going to be a little bit harder, like I said, just because of the throttle body here. If you do notice here on the back, on the Saleen, even the stud that I removed earlier, they didn't use that. They used like a regular little bolt back here because it would hit the elbow here on the back. So I'll have to get a wrench. Like I said, I did them before without removing that elbow. I think I just have to just kind of get in there. The bolt's really short, so there's enough room for me to loosen it and pull it out. and then there's enough room for you to lift up the rail. What I did, I remember, is I pulled the injectors off kind of like the front side here. I'll see if I have to remove this thing here, but I pulled them off the front, and then on the back I was able to kind of tilt the fuel rail down so it goes like this to get that one out. So we'll see, hopefully that works. Like I said, from what I remember, I put these on there that way. Hopefully I can get the new ones in the same way. So I'm gonna start by unplugging them and then loosening those 2 bolts and try to get them out. Okay, got these 4 injectors out on this side. So apparently that bolt, I don't think it comes all the way out. But what I did is lifted this side, got these 3 out, and then I did end up disconnecting the fuel line here just to get a little bit better angle. But I pulled the fuel rail towards the passenger side so it clears this pedestal. Move the coils just slightly, and that way I can push it down here, and so that makes it, if you see back here, makes it go higher. That little bit of room made it so I can actually sneak the injector out and take it out. So put it back in. I'm gonna put that back one in the hole, push it down over here so I can get it under the rail, and then the other ones I can lift it from the front and put them in. So it's just that back one that's tricky, but like I said, to get that elbow out, you really, at that point, just might as well take the blower off. Just because there's bolts on the bottom back, so that makes it a lot harder. And overall, just the blower, you know, it has bolts on the side, which you can get a wrench around most of this side. But that's also a big project on its own. So I was able to get it out. Let me prep the new ones with some grease and put them back in there. Okay, so once I did the back one, the front ones are easier. These injectors were slightly taller than these, and so it was a little bit harder. Actually, these were easier to take out than to put that one back in, but I was able to get it in. Put everything back together, so now I just gotta cycle the key, make sure there's no leaks, start the car, and hopefully it runs good. Like I said, I'd rather run a little bit rich than lean, but we'll see what it looks like. And if it doesn't run right, then I'll have to do all this again, put these ones back on there. But this is how you change the fuel injectors on a Saleen. If you have one, not too bad of a task. It's just a little tedious. If you have the, I think the little bit newer blower has the metal elbow. I think that one's a little bit easier to work around with, but overall I think you still have to do the same thing. So that's it for this video. So I'm gonna just take it for a run and see what it runs. I'll do a follow-up video on that once I get out on the road. It's really cold out here, so I can't get it out. Snowing and a little bit. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions, comments, leave them below. Subscribe to the channel. We'll see you in the next one. Extra bonus clip. Everything's good, no leaks. I was able to take the car for a drive now, and seems like it's running good. When I stepped on it and it was under boost, it was running about 13 to 1. So I think those injectors are gonna work, so we'll see. I'll probably take it to the track again once they open and let her eat, see what happens. But thank you for watching.